We're talking about the theme for this year's International Women's Day, which is digital, innovation and technology for gender equality. And speaking of gender equality, one of the biggest proponents of that here in Kenya, well, at least in Nairobi County, the Honorable Esther Muthoni Passaris. She is the Nairobi County Women Representative, joining us live from South Africa. Hello, Esther.
Hello, Olivia. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm in Johannesburg, representing Kenya in the Pan-African Parliament. So it's nice that I can take this time out to join the conversation in Kenya.
You are looking phenomenal. Thank you so much for the representation. It means a lot to us who are here. I need to understand, what does IWD, what does International Women's Day mean to you?
Well, I think, Africa, the continent of Africa, is very patriarchal. So the fact that we joined the entire world in celebrating a day for women and bringing awareness to women and all the issues all year round, every single day should be a day for women because we are part of the world order. So having that one special day shows that the UN recognized that women were marginalized, women needed their special day. In fact, the men were asking, is there an international day for men? So I think there will come a time probably where they will want an international day for men, but we're not there yet. There is neglect from the boy child, and I think there should be some focus on the boy child. But that's not to say that the girl child has attained what she needs to attain in terms of gender parity.
Where are we actually with regards to the gap? Because I've heard reports even from UN Women that currently, the way things stand, even director recently of the ILO said that if things continue the way they are, it'll take us over 100 years to bridge that gender equality gap. So as Nairobi Women Representatives, where are we in terms of the gap?
Well, I mean, if you have 290 constituencies and only 29 made it, that means we're at 10%. All right, just there in the representation, forget the Nairobi, the county women representatives, right? If you look at the Nairobi County Assembly, you have less than 10% again, all right? In fact, less than 5% that came in as elected women. Gender parity means 50-50. Rwanda has attained 60 plus. So there is a possibility. We've had women leaders. We've got our neighboring Tanzania with a woman president. So I think in terms of attainment, Kenya had it in the constitutions not more than 2/3 of one gender, but that has been an uphill task. I believe that there's an advisor in the president's office, Harriet, who's trying to make sure that we comply with the court orders and we get to attain the not more than 2/3 of one gender. Men seem to think that we should compete on a level playing field, but I want them to understand it's not a level playing field. It will be a level playing field when women have the same resources to compete with them on the ground and the same projects and programs that they've had over the 5 years before an election cycle. So we're at 10%, and it's been an uphill struggle.
I can understand and I can imagine. Now, going specifically to the focus of this year's International Women's Day theme, which is digital, innovation and technology for gender equality, I'd like to understand some of the innovation, some of the technology that as Nairobi Women Representatives you have been exposed to or have experienced that are actually helping us to narrow that gap.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, when we look at digital, it's, the whole world is changing. There's going to come a time that you don't need to leave your house to go and get your shopping. You don't need to leave your house to pay a bill. You don't need to leave your house to make a payment or to get cash. M-Pesa kind of took the entire population into the digital space. So we're fortunate as a country that we had M-Pesa because even Mama Mboga knows how to pay and how to receive money through M-Pesa. And digital has been a space of trading, and trading is empowerment. Digital has been a space of communication. Communication, again, is empowerment, where you can receive messages in real time. Digital has made the family get stronger ties, because imagine in those olden days where you would travel to a different county to look for a job, and the only time you would ever see your mom or your dad or your family would be when you show up in person. Today, through WhatsApp video, you can actually talk to them from wherever you are. So we are in that space, and we need to enhance that space and educate people on that space, because that space can also be used to abuse. We've seen mental health has become a big issue, and mental health also leads, digital space has also played a big role in mental health, because in that space, people see a not so real life. You know, there's all these filters, and then you think you need to look as beautiful as the filters. Something's wrong with you if you don't have the right shade, if you don't have the right skin, if you don't have the right hair, the right makeup. And so that space can also lower self-esteem. And when you have low self-esteem, the chances of mental health kicking in are very high. So there has to be a balance. We have to make people love who they are within that digital space. Not, and also the bashing is a lot, you know. We've had people commit suicide because of being told off on social media. So there has to be a balance. I think it came in and we ran with it, we sprinted with it even before we knew how to crawl and stand.
Very true, very true. We're trying to understand different areas with regards to inclusion and equality. And of course, there's finance, there's economic empowerment and the work sector. We have the health sector. We have education, transportation. Are there any particular areas that you feel we're making strides, or that you'd like to see more strides with regards to innovation and technology to help us bridge that gap?
Well, I mean, I think Kenyans are quite innovative, and I think we need to capitalize on homegrown solutions. I think we have the e-citizen right now, and we have the Huduma centers. I think as a country, we are progressing. Now we need to have e-education. During the pandemic, we saw that you might not need to go to university. And I think this is something that is showing us that the world order is changing. And we need to adjust to that. A lot of people are able to do their masters from their living rooms. They don't have to leave their space. But then there is the psychological effect of being alone, you know. I think we, as a race, as a human race, we need each other. So there is also some benefits to being in a community, in a university, interacting with humans. When you start interacting with just your gadget, I think there are also some downsides. So we need to find a balance. It's a balance in every area. I like the fact that you can call your doctor, and through your phone you can get diagnosis, so that it can reduce the consultation cost. The cost of living is so high, people can't afford it. You can get a prescription, you can get your medicines delivered to your house. That level of efficiency is fantastic. You can call a taxi and take you somewhere, and you know you're safe because you're using a platform that can give you protection as well. So it's a space that we're in. We can't run away from it. We just have to find a way to understand it and make sure that we eliminate all the elements that can lead to the downside of the digital space.
Thank you so much, Mahesh, for joining me from Johannesburg, South Africa. Any parting words with regards to International Women's Day?
Well, I think every single day we should appreciate the woman. The woman is the reason why we all are here, whether you're a man or a woman, you come through the woman. So I feel that we've got a lot of single mothers, and that in itself is a problem. The male has to step up and be responsible, and I think it starts with respecting the woman. You know, you can't say she's mine when we're having a good time, and she's not mine, and anything that comes to her or through her is not my responsibility. She should have protected herself. We need to eliminate single mothers. The only way to protect the boy child is the men to stop neglecting the women. Women need support of men. We need more he for she. We need them to understand that we are in this world. We are all souls, spiritual souls having a human experience. Why can we not live in harmony? Why can we not do good to each other? There are men who do bad to men, and there are women who do bad to men. But I think on the overall plane, we're doing a lot of harm by neglecting responsibilities. So if we respect women, and if we respect the space of women, then let's take responsibility, especially the men, because it's a struggle for a woman to raise children, whatever the space, without the support of the father. of that child. So I want the men to step up and be responsible. That's the way we can raise a better society for tomorrow.
Thank you so much. It's the Honourable Esther Passaris, OGW MP, Nairobi County Women Representative. Thank you for joining me on Double O Direct today, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Keep representing us in South Africa.
Thank you.
SpiceFM.